The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Into lane and just gets the roll. Wow.
A Q Media Group production.
And the serve just clears the top of the net. Played by the Bombers.
Local high school sports. Also available for free on the WCMP mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
He's got a lot of room to run, and he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now to bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Pine City High School for tonight's girls Section 6 AA playoff matchup between the Pine City Dragons and the Melrose Dutchmen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thank you so much for tuning in here this evening. Whether you're listening on 106.5 FM AM 1350 Anthem Country or you're listening on the YouTube link, I appreciate you all for tuning in. You are the loyal listener, and I can't say enough thank you to you for being as loyal as you are. You keep my job secure, and I am over the moon appreciative of that. There are no words to tell you how thankful I am for you for continuing to listen in. But it's a big one here tonight. The biggest one yet for Pine City, well, and Melrose, but this is a big one. Pine City gets to host a playoff game. It's been a couple of years, but they get to host. They are the number 5 seed, too, so win and they go to Saturday and play at St. Ben's. But we'll get into that all in just a little bit. But before we go too far, I just want to take a moment to thank our fine sponsors, because if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to even come out here and bring you these games. So huge shout out to all of our fine sponsors who make this possible and also allow us to bring you this game for free. So why don't we go ahead and hear a word from some of those fine sponsors right here on Anthem Country, WCMP.
Stop relying on unstable energy prices and switch to self-sufficiency with the Classic Edge HDX outdoor wood furnace from Central Boiler. Heat your home, outbuildings, and provide endless hot water, all while utilizing your backyard source for renewable energy. The Classic Edge uses up to 60% less wood, which means less waste and less work. Be more comfortable for less money with the Classic Edge HDX.
Northland Boiler Sales. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Looking for bingo with a bang? Saturday, March 28th, 2 p.m. Gun Bingo at Doc Sports Bar and Grill in Sturgeon Lake. You get a chance to win firearms instead of cash. Yep, shotguns, rifles, pistols, bingo. It's all for a great cause, supporting the East Central Spurs, a local chapter of Pheasants Forever. Great food, great fun, and prizes with a bang. Make a day of it. Visit DocSportsBarSturgeon.com to pre-register. Gun Bingo! Saturday, March 28th, Doc's in Sturgeon Lake.
At First National Bank of Malacca, with offices in Malacca, Isle, Gilman, and Zimmerman, they pride themselves on providing small-town, personalized customer service with updated technology solutions that allow you to bank with them anytime, anywhere, whether you value calling or stopping in to talk to a real live banker, or value the convenience of online or mobile banking. They've got you covered. If you're looking for a bank that cares about you or your community, come to First National Bank at one of their 4 branch offices. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here on Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350, Game Day Gilman, ready to bring you this game between the Dutchmen of Melrose and your Pine City Dragons. As the clock has begun here in this for the pregame warm-ups, the pep band is out in full force. Fans are slowly working their way into the stands. We've got a lot of fans out here just kind of talking around, getting out that nervous energy a little bit. But this is Section 6 AA playoffs here in Pine City. And they begin with the Dragons looking for a win over the Dutchmen. Game Day Gilman out here, and I just kind of wanted to, well, I wanted to go early, but so much for going early. I wanted to bring you a little bit of kind of a elongated pregame show. Not going to happen, but we're still going to go ahead and thank our pregame sponsor. Here's the pitch in North Branch. Here's the pitch is the area's premier indoor training facility. They've got fast pitch, slow pitch, and baseball batting cages you can tune up your swing at. Here's the pitch in North Branch. So we are here in Pine City, and as I mentioned, I wanted to kind of take an elongated pregame show and talk about these seniors, because this senior group is kind of the first that I have been able to watch their whole careers. It started with these seniors in 8th grade, a lot of them. In fact, I think all 4 of them got some playing time on the varsity level as an 8th grader. I go back all the way to their 8th grade year, going into that fall season, which would have been their 8th grade year. Brooke Boland, she was my first player interview as they were up at Virginia trying to go to state. And she was the 4th point to send that Pine City team to state. And I got to interview her. So she was my first, I think, one-on-one interview, I believe. That might be wrong, but it's still, she was one of my first interviews of this senior class. And I remember that all the way back in 8th grade. I got to interview her. I think that was my first live interview is actually what it was. I think that was my first live interview, yeah. She was my first live interview up there at Virginia, and she was the 4th point to send that tennis team to state. And I remember that. And I look back and I think to myself, my gosh, that doesn't seem like it was already, 5 years ago now? But it was. And that is just so crazy to think about. I'm reminiscing like I've known her the whole time. I mean, I've known her through sports, but it is just crazy to think that she was my first ever live interview as a broadcaster, and now she's here as a senior, and man, what a journey it has been for this crew and those young ladies. Like I mentioned, they have all played a little bit as 8th graders. Then as freshmen, a little bit more. Sophomores, they all got a lot more. And then they all got some more, as I just got word. We're going to go ahead and actually hear a word from Adam Hefty, who's over there in Albany. He's over out in Albany. It is now time for our A&W Hometown Handoff. Your Hometown Handoff brought to you by A&W in Pine City. They're wishing all the athletes tonight who are playing good luck. You can go to A&W for those mouth-watering cheese curds or a savory mushroom and Swiss. Doesn't matter. It's getting warm again, so maybe even think about a root beer float over there at A&W of Pine City. Adam, you're out in Albany here tonight, sir. What's the atmosphere like out there?
Oh, my gosh. You can't beat it. 6 AA playoffs, 5 single A playoffs. You were in 7 3A last night. It's playoff time, Ethan. Let's go.
We've been talking about this for what seems like since the beginning of the new year, and I'm sure people thought we were crazy. Now that we're here, people are like, wait a minute, let's pause, let's go back. They were just talking about it, but yeah, man, you can just tell. There's a feeling that came the last 2 weeks that was like, oh, here we go. The snow has started to melt. It started to get a little bit warmer. We're starting to see 40 degrees a little bit more often, man. It is all part of this time of the season, but tell us a little bit about your matchup over there in Albany.
All right, so Mora's on the road, a 7-10 matchup here against Albany. Albany, a quote-unquote down year, I guess, if you could call it here for Albany, being a 7 seed. Crazy to think about. But Mora coming into this one, they're feeling pretty confident, I would imagine, having some good outings of their own. So, Albany, I don't want to say they're on upset watch because it is a 7-10. That one's not so much of an upset if Mora were to pull this off. And Albany's a good team in their own ilk. But Mora is, you got to be, if you're Albany, you got to make sure that Mora won't come up and bite you.
That Mora team, we've been saying it all year. They've kind of been getting disrespected as the season has gone along. And we've talked about all the different reasons why and how it's kind of their location. But either way, I look at this game and I'm looking at Mora, Adam, and I'm saying to myself, man, I think Mora's going in there with a little bit of an edge just because of the way the season went and kind of the disrespect they got shown by the QRF. What say you?
Yeah, sort of a chip on the shoulder type deal here for the Mustangs. Towards the back end of the season, they really weren't doing themselves many favors towards the back end of the season. But the body of work still has a lot to like for these Mustangs.
Yeah, and they don't have too many seniors on the squad, so they'll be bringing basically that entire squad back for next year. Not that we're looking there already, but man, that's going to be a good matchup over there. And, you got the Axtell sisters, and then you've got, I can't remember her name now. Of course, Kassenbauers. There we go. The Kassenbauers out there for Mora as well. So they are pretty stacked with names that people are going to start to recognize fairly quickly. But what is a key tonight for Mora to pull off what would be the, again, quote-unquote upset?
I think it'd be discipline. They were beating St. Cloud State or St. Cloud Cathedral. It would be really impressive if they were beating St. Cloud State. But they were beating St. Cloud Cathedral there late in the game last week, but ended up falling due to some, uncharacteristically undisciplined play by these Mustangs. So I think that might be the key. If they're able to play within themselves and not try to force anything and not try to do too much, I think they'll be in a good spot. I believe you had them against Bram, and that's kind of what kept them in the game.
Yeah, they played really well against Bram, and again, Bram has been a different animal, but yeah, Mora was right in that one, and it was just, you kind of look at it, and it was like, man, there's something about this Mora team that people just don't see coming, and it's a good thing for them because people tend to overlook them, but that Mora team is something special this year, and I can't wait to see the outcome of yours.
How about those Pine City and Melrose tonight?
Yeah, like you mentioned, this is a 5-12 matchup, so this would be more of an upset if Melrose were to win. But this is the first time in a couple of years that Pine City's had a home playoff game. So for them, they're obviously looking to put on a show in front of their hometown fans. Pine City's also coming into this one looking to erase a little bit of a sour taste out of their mouth. Senior night was last Friday. They lost that game against St. Francis, and they probably should have won it if I'm being honest. But they're looking to erase that sour taste. But, Adam, if they are going to do anything tonight to get the win, they need to make sure that they're just playing Pine City basketball, not thinking too much, not doing too much, and trying to go out of your way to do everybody else's role. Just play your game, and they will be just fine tonight. I've said it before, and people are probably sick of me saying it, but this Pine City team is good enough to go all the way this year. It's just consistency has been the problem. But after the new year, this team has just been on an absolute tear. And we talked about their game against Bram not too long ago, how they only lost by 8, and it was much closer than that. So, I mean, you look at all these games, they're only 1 or 2 bounces or shots away from winning these. This team could easily only have 5 or 6 losses on the season. So, Adam, this is a dangerous Pine City team. But I think a key tonight will be how fast do they come out and start playing like Pine City tonight. If they get off to a little bit of a sluggish start, we could see them get down early, which could be dangerous. But they're also a dangerous team playing from behind. But in front of your home crowd, how quickly can they get out to being Pine City basketball and just settle into this game? I think will be the key here for Pine City, and then the rest will kind of follow suit on that. I haven't seen Melrose this year, so I can't tell you quite as much on that. We're used to them, though, being in the top 6 of the bracket, so I guess this would, too, be kind of a quote-unquote down year for Melrose. But that's kind of a look at my game here, Adam. But, we both got more to talk about in our pre-games about just our games themselves. So I'll let you get back to your pre-game, and I'll get back to mine, and we will keep each other updated as we go throughout.
Absolutely. Have fun.
Yeah, thank you too. That again was Adam Hefty here for our A&W Hometown Handoff. Appreciate him for jumping on. But yeah, a good game here tonight. And as I was mentioning before the handoff with Adam Hefty, I was talking about these young ladies and these 4 seniors. And if you didn't hear me, I had mentioned how Brooke Boland was my first live player interview back in her 8th grade year with the tennis team. She was the 4th point to send that tennis team to state, and I got to interview her as my first live interview. And it doesn't seem like it was 5 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like it was just yesterday that interview happened, but it was so great to do that interview because then I've got to kind of watch her career progress. And as I mentioned, these 4 seniors played a little bit as 8th graders, played more as freshmen, then played a lot as sophomores, juniors, and obviously now seniors. Each one of them has dealt with their own difficulties, whether it be, tennis injuries, basketball injuries. They have all dealt with something in their, really 5 years in playing varsity sports. But something unique about them is that you just can never hold them down. There is nothing that is going to keep them down and out. They are always going to come back with a vengeance and play strong and come back and look just like they did before they were gone. That is the resiliency of this group is something to be noted. Each and every one of them brings something different to the table when you're talking about personality and when you're talking about play. And if we just go ahead and look at play-wise, when you look, we'll start with at the top with Mallory Klepper. She stepped into shoes that many people, I don't know, knew if she was going to be able to. Carly Jusak, 2 years ago, was an incredible athlete. She still is, playing at UMD. Then Mallory Klepper stepped into those shoes the next year in her junior season, and she stepped right in and filled those. Even in her her sophomore season, she was playing nicely in for Jusak at times. And I said that year, next year Klepper's going to take over that role, and she did a phenomenal job of that. Last year, ladies and gentlemen, she was averaging 3 blocks a game. That was just games I was at. In talking with her, she was even averaging more at times. So that's the kind of player she is, and she stepped into some big shoes, and now she's one of the 4 senior leaders of this group. And you can tell out there, she's kind of a little bit of the voice out there on the court. Sometimes she'll be the one who says, hey, we got to get back into it. Concentrate. Hey, pick your head up. Don't worry about it. Hey, we're fine. She is kind of the talking head, if you will, of the seniors. But it's not just her. We'll go on down the line numerical, and we'll then go to Paige Gray. While she might be a more quiet young lady, more introverted just from what I've talked to her, she is also one of the leaders that leads by action. She's a young lady who does it through her actions. She doesn't need to talk. She doesn't have to be that person who's outgoing and crazy, pumping up everybody. She does it by leading with her actions, and you can see it because when she gets on from 3, everyone just kind of follows suit. Everyone just knows that's a hot hand, get it to her, and they trust her. The trust with this group is just unbelievable. There's another level of trust with these seniors that I don't think we've seen from many other groups. And for this senior group, that is one thing, though, that they do with Paige is they trust her shooting from really anywhere. And not only that, Paige Gray can get it done. She can grab some rebounds. She can go on a fast break. She can go into traffic in the post and lay it up. She is not afraid to do that. But she is definitely more the outside shooter for this team. But don't get me wrong, she can get it done elsewhere. Again, we'll go down the line, and then we'll go to Brooke Boland. Brooke Boland is another one, kind of the emotional leader. She holds herself and the teammates to a really high standard. We've seen that last year, and sometimes it almost looked like it kind of nipped them in the butt a little bit, where they just kind of got too down on themselves. But you can see with Brooke Boland, oh my goodness, when they need to get something going, the emotions come out, and she is there ready to bring them forward. Not only that, she's a phenomenal rebounder. If there's a ball to get, it is going to be hers. It doesn't matter if you're 6'5" and you got 2 of them right next to you. It is going to be her ball. She is going to get that ball, whether she has to wrestle you for it or you're just going to give it to her. She is going to get that ball on the rebound. But she can also get it done from many different areas. She can get it done from outside the three-point line. She can get it done driving to the basket. She can get it done in many different ways, but she is so very good at getting in the paint, being that tough, physical player going for the rebound. And then we go to Vivian Lati, who sadly last year dealt with an injury that kept her out really the rest of the year. And then she was out for a good chunk of this year with another injury. But I talked about the resiliency of this group. And Vivian Lati is the epitome of resiliency for this group. No matter the injuries, no matter how long they're out, they just keep coming back better than ever. And she epitomizes that. She continues to come back despite the injuries, despite, having a little bit of that thing in the back of your head going, you know what, if I play this way, I might get hurt again, or you know what, I don't want to get hurt. She plays through that and plays so well through it that the team just continues to feed off that. And she is also one of the emotional leaders because, man, when she's out there, she's just got a smile on her face. She makes fun of her. There was a 3 that she shot that I don't know if anybody thought it should have went in, but it did. And she comes to the sideline to get a breather, and you could audibly hear her say, I don't know why I shot that, but it's just that is her type of personality, and it is infectious to this entire team. Heck, it's even infectious to me. I mean, I'll catch myself watching plenty of these young ladies and going and smiling or laughing. They are all just so infectious. But again, the epitome of the resiliency is that of Vivian Lati. So all of these seniors have something they bring to the table. While all a lot similar, they're all unique and different in their own way. And it has been a awesome pleasure to watch them in their 5 years in varsity, and I can't wait to see what they do here tonight. We're just about ready for the national anthem and starting lineup, so before we do that, we'll go ahead and get a little bit of a look at these two teams and how they played this year, starting with the Melrose Dutchmen. The Dutchmen on the season, they finished the year, again, as the 12 seed. They finished at 11-15, 3-5 in section play. They're scoring 52 points a game and giving up 52 points a game. So you look at this one and you go, oh boy, that's pretty close to what Pine City's doing. Well, that's a little bit skewed because Pine City has played so well this back half of the year that they're really a almost completely different team than what we saw at the beginning of the year in a very good way. But 11-15 on the season, they are the 12 seed, excuse me. So if we look at their schedule and look at who they've beaten, who they've lost to, again, Melrose is a very talented team. They're always normally towards the top 8 of this section, but this year, much different story as they are the 12 seed in the section playoffs, going on the road for I think this is not often they do that, but the season for them started out really yucky. We'll put it that way. They were 1-5 in their first 6 games up to the Christmas break. Then they went 1-1 in a tournament over there at St. Cloud Cathedral. After that, it was okay. They went 3-3 in their next 6 games before going on a 3-game losing streak, winning 2, lost 1, won 2, lost 1, won 2, and lost 1. That's how they finished up the season. But the teams that they've lost to, Bold, Sauk Center, Minnewaska, Royalton, West Central area, all teams in the 100s in the QRF. So if we're looking at this team, they have the experience against the teams who have a higher QRF than them, and they've been able to keep it pretty close. This defense is pretty darn good. But when we look at their losses here this year, and we look, and I want to be very careful when I'm going over this because I don't want to misspeak, but in all but one of their losses this year, they failed to get to the 60-point mark. Now, I say that not to say that because if they don't score 60, that Pine City's automatically going to win. That's certainly not the case. But a lot of times when a team struggles to get to 60 points, that's a good benchmark for you. If you can hold them under that, we well know this Pine City team can score 70, 80, 90 points if they really wanted to. So there's no doubt that this Pine City team, if it came to that type of game, would be able to go in a track meet with this team and just simply outscore them. That's not the MO for Pine City, though. That is not what they are going to want to do here tonight. What instead they're going to want to do is just play solid all around. 15-11, 58 points per game, giving up 54. They're 3-4 in section play. All 3 of those wins came after the new year. Now, this Pine City team, again, it started out really, okay, but it could have been better. But we look at the close losses this year. Zimmerman lost by 3. They lost to Legacy Christian Academy by 1. Malacca by 13. Also a game they should have won. I know everybody thinks that 13 points, they should have won it. Lost to Bram by 8. And then lost to St. Francis by 11. Another game that they should have won. That's 4 or 5 games? That would have put them at 19 or 20 wins this year. And that is way good enough for a top 3 seed in these section playoffs. So for Pine City, they were not too far removed from a top seed here in this playoffs. Don't mind the picture right there. That is a bad picture. Meanwhile, I'll try and grow that for you. You might be able to see it. You might not. You can't. So I apologize. But maybe you can see Pine City on there hosting Melrose. They would go and play on Saturday at St. Ben's. And, well, who would they play? Well, they would play against either Legacy Christian Academy, who they'd be definitely looking for some revenge, or Holdingford. So they will play one of those 2 teams on Saturday if they win here tonight. But first, they got to go through and get the victory. That's going to do it for our Here's the Pitch pregame. We're going to get our national anthem. When we come back, after a word from our fine sponsors, we'll have your starting lineups here for this 6AA playoff game.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Get your quote today at pineagency.us. Pineagency.us.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch Christie and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are I-CAR and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you. I'm pumped. I am pumped for tonight's game. Dragons and Dutchmen about to go at it here in this Section 6AA first round matchup. Starting for the Melrose Dutchmen will be number 0, Aaliyah Funk. Then number 1, Caitlin Clausen. Number 11, Avery Bragelman. Number 20, Aubrey Funk. And number 22, Alexis Solaja. Bestie? I hope I'm pronouncing that somewhat close to right. I just might call her Alexis SB. Nah, we might just call her Alexis. They are head coached by Jordan Well. On the other side for your Pine City Dragons, it's going to be number 2, Mallory Klepper. Number 4, Paige Gray. Number 11, Brooke Boland. Number 12, Kate Unverzat. And number 23, Vivian Lottie. All 4 seniors get the start here tonight, obviously, and a big, big game here for Pine City. Dragons head coach by Patrick Judd, and man, oh man, I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Not in a bad way, just trying to get the nervous energy out. Obviously, Pine City, my alma mater, so anytime it's a playoff or a big game like this, I always get a little nervous. I always want them to win. I'm a Pine City kid at heart, Pine City fan at heart as well. I just have to sometimes be a little bit unbiased when I'm calling games because local teams tend to play each other. So, but luckily tonight, I still have to be a little unbiased because I can't be completely biased towards Pine City. It's definitely going to show. So, but I will do my best to be kind to both teams. Not that I'm ever mean. It's just sometimes I can be a little one-sided. So, enough about me. Let's get to the game, man. 5 versus 12. Pine City hosting Melrose in this 6AA playoff matchup. Unverzat and Alexis, number 22, will be at center court for the tip. And we are underway here in this playoff game. It's going to be won by Boland. She'll race to the backcourt and grab it. And now she'll allow the defense to get in front of her. Now she'll give to the far side, Paige Gray. Paige Gray wants an early 3. Oh, no good. Rebound up for grabs. And it's taken there by Aubrey Funk. And she'll give it now here to Clausen. Clausen will go back to Aaliyah Funk. Aaliyah inside to Aubrey. Now looking, trying to go anywhere with it, finding Clausen. Clausen back to Aaliyah Funk. Now to Aubrey. Back out here to Clausen. Clausen will pull it down, trying to drive on Boland. There's nothing there. And Boland nearly got a couple of steals there. Now with 7 to shoot, 6 to shoot, trying to go underneath to Alexis. That ball up for grabs. Outside to Aaliyah Funk. This one is going to be a shot clock violation. So great defense there by Pine City. 35 seconds. They play great defense, and now they get the ball back. Klepper will inbound to Gray. They'll go a little bit of full court press. Oh, bad turnover there, and it's going to be stolen away. But it's a rebound, and that one's going to be no good, and it'll be knocked out of bounds by Pine City, they'll say. That was stolen away by Bragelman, and yeah, Gray was in a trap, and she just tried to give it up, I think, to Boland there, and I think she just went one step too quick there. Well, we'll try an inbound now. They'll lob it in, top of the key to Leah Funk. Now on this near side. No, that's a Leah Funk. It was Clausen. This one going to go long, and there's Vivian Lotti with the rebound. She'll get back to Boland, and Boland will bring it forward. She looks to the near side. That's where she'll go. She'll try and drive in, then gives to Gray. Gray now to Lotti. Lotti underneath. Gets the bounce for 2, and the Dragons are on the board first. 2-0. Well, that's important, I think, for Pine City to score first, especially at home. I think it takes a little bit of the nerves away. Meanwhile, they do a good job moving this ball up the court to Bragelman. She drives inside. Don't know what Pine City was doing there. They kind of backed away and just let her go. It's not that they were in the bad position. It's just I think they may have thought, hey, someone else is there, so let's go. Another turnover. And already early on we're seeing the turnovers here for the Dutchman, and that I think she may have gotten away with a travel. Here's a 3. That's going to be no good. And that'll be, rebounded by Funk. Now underneath to Alexis, and somehow Funk picks it back up. And this ball nearly stolen away by Gray. She'll knock it out of bounds. Pine City early on here has to settle in. They have to settle down. They have to be smart. Early on, we're already seeing some not so great passes, and they're just forcing it. They're trying to force it. They just need to relax. Let the game come to them. Inbound here, the turnaround, no good, and this will be a foul here on Paige Gray. So now Alexis will shoot 2. First one's good. And this one good as well. Well, that's unfortunate for Pine City. Early on, so it still doesn't matter. But full court press is what the Dutchmen will do. They leave Paige underneath all alone. That shot no good. Klepper gets the rebound, and it's knocked out of her hands, out of bounds. We'll get the call from Coach Judd and get ready. I thought it was initially stolen underneath. Unverzat almost had it stolen away. Boland pulls it back in, give over to Gray, and you can just tell early on they're just a little bit out of sorts. They're just rushing things here a little bit. Vivian Lotti, her hand was hit. Her hand was hit. But they're not going to call it. Instead, it will go back to Melrose as they get the rebound. Yeah, her hand was definitely hit there. They'll go inside to Alexis. She tries to give it back out, and nobody there, but luckily that one's going to bounce a couple times and miss. And Klepper will get the rebound for Pine City. Boland give now to Klepper. Klepper will take the 3. That's good. Woo! That looked smooth. What a shot there from Klepper. And again, any makes that they get right now are just going to settle them more into this game. They'll give this one now over to Bragelman, and she was open for a second. Now give to Funk. That's Aubrey Funk. Now here to Clausen for 3. That's going to be good. I just gave her too much space. Vivian Lotti will get the pass. She'll be well aware of the defender near her. She'll now give to Boland. And how? Yeah, no foul call, but I think there should have been. Unverzat underneath. Great grab and drops it in for 2. 7-7. We'll get a timeout called here by Pine City. While they take one, we will as well. 30 seconds and we'll be back.
Are you looking for the perfect way to promote your business? Custom apparel's the answer, and tdealers.com makes it easy. Let's build your brand together. From the design stage to production, we are on your team to create gear that gets noticed. Whether you're building a brand or repping your business, we got your back. High quality merch, fast turnaround, and no stress. So go to tdealers.com and check out our winter sweatshirt special.
Back here on WCMP, 7-7 is our score. Tied between the Dragons and the Dutchmen. Again, early on, it just kind of looked, Pine City was a little bit uncomfortable, just kind of rushing things a little bit here as the game began. Now into the game, Judd and Ganote check in. Maggie Judd, Retta Ganote into the game for Pine City. Meanwhile, the Dutchmen have the ball out of the timeout. It's going to be what? Going to get apparently a foul here on Pine City as they were trying to go for the ball. They're going to call it on Lottie. Just because I didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. They've got they left her all alone. Clausen for 3 is good. Yeah, that's automatic there. Can't do that. And now a steal. Well, not quite. It was knocked out of bounds apparently by Pine City. All early on, just Pine City just, again, rushing things a little bit, and they're just not playing sound fundamental basketball at this point. Meanwhile, they'll give underneath to Alexis. No. Oh my goodness, that was all ball. Oh my goodness. Well, apparently they'll disagree, but I don't know about that one. That looked pretty darn clean to me. Well, the first one's made. Rhea Johnson will check into the game. That one's going to come up short, be rebounded by Boland. Here come the Dragons the other way. Again, just need to settle down a little bit. Meanwhile, that was poked out, and early on, the Dragons not doing as well as they would like to, holding on to the ball. Meanwhile, a 3 from Klepper is going to go a little bit long, but there's Judd racing after it. She's going to hold on to it. Nice job racing after that rebound for Judd. And she's in a bit of traffic. She finds Boland on the outlet, gives now to Klepper, back to Judd. Judd will try and drive. She has to pick it up, give back to Klepper. 8 to shoot now. Give to Rhea Johnson for 3. That's going to be long. And Judd again. No, can't get it this time, but it was touched out of bounds by Melrose. So Pine City will hold on to it. Boland will inbound. She finds Klepper. Klepper fakes. Now she drives. Put up a floater. It's going to come up short. And Boland going to get the rebound. She gives back out to Johnson. Now to Judd. Judd looking. Thought about Ganote, but she was a little bit too heavily covered. Now give to Klepper. 7 to shoot. 6 now. 5. We're going to get an illegal screen here on Maggie Judd. Fouls early on piling up. 13 minutes to go. 11 to 7 is our score. And Retta Ganote will catch a breather. Kate Unverzat back into the game. Here's the inbound now. Dutchman will bring it forward. Clausen on this near side to Aaliyah Funk. Now back over to Clausen. Clausen gets by. Shot is up over the defender. No good. Boland reels it in. Boland quickly up the court to Johnson. Wanted to go inside to Unverzat. There's just nothing there. So now to Klepper. Klepper to Unverzat. Unverzat will go after that one, and she'll get it in front of the defender. Now to Boland. Boland to Judd. Judd fakes the go one way, then Boland for 3. That's going to be no good. But Judd got the rebound, and we're going to get a foul here on the Dutchman. That's going to be on Clausen, her first. And now late sub. Surprised they allowed that. Ella Klaphockey. Into the game. Boland got an inbound, finds Unverzat. Unverzat lost it. They just got to pull it in a little bit better. She was focused a little bit too much on trying to pass that ball before reeling the ball in, and got to concentrate on reeling it in first. Meanwhile, here's Clausen. Give on this near side, Bragelman now to Clausen. Give on the far side to Bragelman. Long 2 is good. Well, not the ideal start for Pine City. Not ideal at all. Oh. They called Judd for the travel. She only took 2 steps. Wow, they were one step quick on that travel call. She had only taken 2, and then she passed it. Wow, that's unfortunate. Shot is up, and it's going to be no good. There's Rhea Johnson with the rebound. On the far side, they give to Klepper. Now to, Klepper was, where's the foul call there? Klepper was pushed. Gray on the far side will give now to Boland. Boland trying to put up a shot. She's fouled. Short line to shoot 2. Great job there by Boland drawing the foul. That's something that she does really well is she draws the fouls. And she gets to go to the line now and shoot 2. First one's up, no good. Jalen Mayers into the game for the Dutchman. This one good though. So she makes 1 of 2 there. So 13-8. And bringing it forward is Clausen. Clausen on this near side, giving it back to Clap Hockey. And she'll give there to, I think that's Funk. That's Aaliyah Funk now to Clausen. She'll pull up the 3. That's going to be no good. Rebounded by Aaliyah Funk. Stolen away by Klepper. Klepper with the steal, gets around the defender, drops it in for 2. Well, they needed that. Badly, too. Here come the Dragons, playing a little bit of full court defense. I'll pass on the far side to Aaliyah Funk. Now to Clap Hockey. Give now to Mayers on the far side. She'll drive, put up the shot, and it's going to fall in. 15-10. Gray up to Johnson. Johnson for 3. Oh, no good. But there's Klepper with the rebound and the left-handed layup for 2. Oops. So 15-12 now our score. 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Well, I think Pine City's a little bit surprised. The Dutchman kind of came out and kind of, for a lack of a better term, kind of punched him in the mouth early on. And now, this ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by the Dutchman. They do get a hand on it. Klepper will inbound. She'll find Unverzat, who's wide open, and she looks. She'll then take it up the court. And she hands off to Johnson. Johnson on the elbow, give near side to Gray. I think that was incidental contact. Klepper gets the pass, give to Gray. Oh, man, they got to be careful of where they're putting these passes. They're being reckless at this point with the passes. You got to be smarter at where they're putting these passes, man. They are just being too reckless, and they're not getting good looks on these passes. And I understand they're trying to make quick passes, but just gotta look at them a little bit longer. Ganoden in the game for Klepper. She gets a breather, 17-12. And here's Bregelman trying to get through Gray, and she gets the fine roll. And right now it's all Dutchman. Here's Boland, hard drive to the basket. Now give to Johnson, to Gray, back to Johnson. Johnson will look, she'll drive to the top of the key, give here to Unverzat. Unverzat hands to Boland. And now she'll lob it into Unverzat. Waited for that one. And it was blocked. Stolen away. And that's travel. Thank you. Seven-point difference at this point. Still 8:45 to go, but oh, what are we doing? I mean, Funk just saw what Boland was pointing her to do, and she tried to force it to Unverzat, and the defender just said, hey, fine, I'll just go down there. And oh, my goodness. Disaster first half of this first half for Pine City. They got to settle down and settle in. Well, maybe a timeout will help.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Well, it's been all Dutchman for the first part of this first half, but there are still, 8 minutes and 38 seconds to go, so plenty of time for the Dragons to try and turn this around, but the full court defense has been something they have struggled to get through, and now Unverzat, another turnover. Well, that's one thing they're going to have to completely just stop is the turnover. Travel, oh my goodness. Well, and this ball almost up for grabs. We need a timeout here on the near side. Man. Well, Pine City has got to stop giving the ball away. And I know Unverzat's trying to make a play, so we're not going to say she's trying to do anything bad. But, man, just playing too fast right now, too fast and loose. And you can play like that sometimes, especially when it's a close game and you're scoring like we know Pine City can. But Pine City's not doing that right now. They need to settle down. Just like Roger said, how many years ago with the Packers? RELAX. Relax. Right now, they're trying to get all 9 points in one possession. You can't do it. There are no 9-point plays in basketball. That'd be cool, but the max you can get is a 4-point play, a 3 and a foul. Right now, the Dragons just need to settle down. Focus on playing sound, fundamental basketball. Don't worry about doing too much. Just play your role. Play your spot. Make sure you're in your spot, doing what you need to do. Here's another 2 from Bregelman. Ah, my goodness. But they can't be worried about, hey, let's try and get it all back. It'll come one possession at a time. Sooner than later, they'll go back into this, and then it'll be a game once again. So they just need to settle down and get themselves back into this one. Judd in a bit of trouble. She drives. She gives now to Gray. Gray will shoot the 3. Well, there's a little bit of life for Pine City. That's one. Okay, now come down, play good defense. Get the ball back. Don't allow them any easy buckets. Get the ball back. Here we go. Vivian Lottie with the steal. Spin move. Give to Gray. And gets the roll. There we go. Nice job, Lottie. There you go. That's one way to get it started. Nice job. So there's 2. Just continue to do this now. Again, don't allow them to get easy buckets. Just continue to play strong. This one no good, rebounded by Klepper. Now they'll give to Judd. See, there you go. One possession at a time. It's not going to be all in one. Just slow it down. Klepper, aggressive drive to the basket. She's fouled, and she'll go to line and shoot 2. There we go. And Pine City needs to start doing that. They need to take those aggressive drives to the basket because the Dutchmen are just, I don't think right now, have the speed to keep up. And I think they'd be out of position. So right now, I think that's what Pine City needs to do. But, so here we go now. They're starting to get back into it a little bit. Klepper gets the friendly roll on that one. Bolin back in for Gray. But again, it's going to be one possession at a time here for Pine City. Doesn't all get back in one. This one up and good. So Klepper makes them both, and here we go. Now it's 23-19. Slowly but surely. Now they need to make sure they can play good defense. Just make sure they're not getting out of position, because that has been one of the bigger issues. Turnovers and being out of position have got them into this deficit early on. They've got a young lady wide open at the top of the key, Melrose, and she stepped on the baseline trying to turn around and pass that ball out. Pine City gets yet another stop defensively. So here we go. Inbound, and then focus on what's to come. Now here comes the Dragons up the court. Here's Klepper. Oh, and when she turns it on, good luck. She's trying to get, see that? Can't have that. Just a little bit of an ill-advised pass there by Boland. I don't think she was trying to force it. She was more or less trying to fake her out, go with the no look, but the defender was just wide open. Unversat with the block. Hey, any way you can breathe some life into this team, that's what they need right now. It's anything they can do to get some life. Block will help, a rebound, and they gotta protect the. There we go. Yep, that's an offensive charge. Whistle just came late. We'll get the call there, and Pine City will get the ball back. Good job by the Dragons getting that one. Unversat was the defender there. And this pass will go inbound to Unversat. She wants to go to Klepper. Klepper will get around. Now she takes it up the court. Gets through a couple of defenders, had it poked out, and she'll let it go. It will stay with Pine City. Now she was into some traffic, but did a good job just to let that one roll out of bounds and keep possession. 5:36 to go. Lottie will inbound, going to Klepper. Klepper trying to get around the defender. Kick out to Unversat, and Unversat too strong there. Rebounded by Mayers. And Pine City just out of position for that rebound. The shot, no good. Boland is there for the rebound. She'll bring it up the court, give it to Judd. Judd fakes. And now dribbles to the top of the key to call out the play. Give to Lottie. Lottie will try and go inside another pass that's just a little bit ill-advised. Stolen away. Now the defender's got position there, just got to find somewhere else to go with it. And while their defense is playing better, their offense is still forcing things just a little bit. They just need to get back to playing defense. Meanwhile, the shot is up, no good. Lottie with the rebound. Boland over to Lottie. Oh, she wanted it, but the defender got there too quickly. Boland will try and drive to the basket. It's no good. Oh, and Unversat, she usually gets those, but it's going to be Aaliyah Funk this time. Well, Pine City just is being out physical right now, and they need to be the more physical team. They are the more physical team. They're getting out physical, and they just need to get back to being them. Well, here's a shot. It's going to be no good. Rebounded by the shooter herself, Clap Hockey. Give back outside now. Lottie is there. They'll give now underneath. Pass too strong, and the ball will go back to Pine City. Gray and Johnson in for Boland and Lottie. Well-deserved breather for both of them. So here we go. Klepper will inbound. And she taps the ball, and she'll go to Unversat. Unversat turns around, the defender right there, and she'll bring it forward. Now she'll stop, turn around. She'll look, she'll give over to Johnson. Johnson will give to Judd. Oh, Judd lost it, but luckily she's able to go back and get it. Judd calling out the play. Now in a bit of a tough spot, she gives to Gray. Trying to go underneath the Klepper, but again, defense is right there. And it's just like right now, I mean, the Dutchmen are just in the Pine City playbook. Anything the Dragons try to do, the Dutchmen just see it coming. It's plain and simple. So Pine City needs to, I don't know. I don't want to say do something a little different, because you don't want to do something too different, because then you're not playing your basketball. Meanwhile, Klepper had a hard time handling that inbound, and then she misses, and then it was knocked out of bounds by the Dutchman. Mallory thought she had been fouled. She may have had a point, but it was not called. And here's the inbound to Klepper. Klepper will go to Unversat. Unversat, patient, looks, gives to Judd. Judd will drive. Kick back out to Johnson. Johnson now to Unversat. She can pull it in cleanly. It's just these little mistakes right now that are hurting the Dragons. These little mistakes just like that. Not pulling the ball in cleanly, not looking the ball in, passing the ball into really just well-guarded spots and forcing turnovers. And they were out of position earlier, but defense now getting back. Oh, well, other than that play. Well, Funk just had a wide-open lane to the basket, and that'll end the drought there for both sides. Inbound goes to Gray, and she'll get back to Klepper. Now Klepper will bring it forward, and she'll give to Judd. Judd in the corner on the far side, give to Johnson. Johnson wanted a three, can't take it there. She'll give to Unverzant, now to Klepper. She pulls it down on the far side, trying to drive, get back to Judd. Judd, she'll drive inside, had it poked out, that'll stay with Pine City. And Bolin will check back into the game. She'll come in for Judd. And Bolin will inbound. Wanted to go to Klepper. And she'll go to Gray. Gray. Stolen away. Thank goodness Bolin gets there, though, as that ball was loose. Jump ball. So she ties it up at least for the jump ball. Man, oh man. There must be a little bit of a lack of communication right now, too, because it just seems like they're just not quite on the same page. Well, that's a jump ball. Referees are going to come together and have a conversation. Not sure what it's about. Definitely a jump ball. I think it was more or less about the clock. So I think they did count it as a turnover, but then Boland forced it to be a jump ball. I think that's what the conversation was, is should we reset the shot clock, and they did. So, well, here's Unverzant. Unverzant will give to Gray. Gray looking, give to Boland. Now to Unverzant. Unverzant had it poked out. The Dutchmen are just all over them. They'll go underneath to Unverzant, and Unverzant had to put that one up before she wanted to, and she had about three different bodies around her. Good pass and good job bringing it in, but if she's able to pull that one down, she might actually draw a foul. And that's easier said than done there, because again, she had about three different defenders around her, so not easy. Well, here's the Dutchman. They have it back. Mayers give outside to Clausen. Get back on the far side to Bragelman. She's wide open. Luckily, she comes up short. Oh, they're going to say Clausen got the rebound. I don't know. I think her foot was on that line. Here we go, Boland. Fast break opportunity, had it poked out. (25-19), 1:53 to go. Boland will find Gray on the inbound. Unverzant will drive, bank it in for two. So that ends their drought, 25-21. Now they'll get back defensively. And again, I don't think we've seen the real Pine City team here in this first half. I think we have just seen them come out a little bit too anxious, and they just haven't been able to play as themselves here so far. Klepper, meanwhile, knocks his pass out of bounds. Read that one like a book. Great zone defense that time by Klepper. 1:25 to go. Down by 4. Well, here's the inbound back to the Dutchman. So for Pine City, again, still in this one, and they've done a good job defensively. Like I said, they're not out of position anymore. They're playing sound defense. They're just going one at a time. This ball is still up for grabs. Somehow, the Dutchman got it back. It's Clausen now. She'll have to throw it up. And, of course, she almost makes it. Rebounded by Aaliyah Funk, and her then shot is no good. Boland will get the rebound, and she was almost slapped a couple of times there by the defender. Kick to Gray. Gray going to try and drive. Now she was almost going out of bounds. She had to kick somewhere. Tried to go to Klepper. It went through her hands. Unverzant was also there. It goes by her. And to be fair, I don't think Unverzant's seen it. 52 seconds to go. Right now, Melrose has the advantage, but again, I just don't think we've seen the Pine City team that we know they can be. Gray is going to pick up a foul, her second, team's fifth. 45 to go in the first half. Get back outside. Clausen for three. Well, not what you needed there. That is absolutely not what you wanted to have. Shot clock is off, 30 seconds to go. On Razat, she has it. She'll look to drive. Oh my goodness. They have got to hold on to the ball, just plain and simple. I mean, they are just not taking good care of the ball at this point. Clausen left alone again from three. Yep. Oh my word. It's just all frustration right now for Pine City. Nearly a 5-second violation on the inbound. 3 seconds to shoot, 2 and 1. Gray didn't realize it, and she won't get a shot off. Oh my heavens. A half to forget if you're Pine City. Whoa. This is unfortunate for Pine City. Again, I just don't think we've seen the Pine City team we know they can be. So unfortunately, they are down by 10 at the half, and there is a lot of despair with this Pine City team. They got to pick their heads up. They got to turn things around. They got to get back into this one. And they can, but they're just going to have to completely forget about this first half. We'll be back with your halftime show brought to you by Hones Auto Body, Glass and Mora.
ECE Fiber Internet, the best choice for you. Affordable packages for home and business with reliable service and no hidden fees. ECE Fiber, connecting you to what matters most. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's ORDERECEFIBER.com.
In service to one, in service to all, for over 100 years, the Pine City Knights of Columbus has donated thousands of dollars and volunteered countless hours to many great programs in the Pine City community. Stay tuned for more information about their upcoming events. They need your support at these events to help raise funds for the continued support of these programs.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle and Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit CFMotoUSA.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Did you know that at Pine City Family Chiropractic you can unwind and de-stress with a relaxing massage? Pine City Family Chiropractic is proud to offer massage therapy as an addition to your health and wellness goals. Our therapists are highly trained in many modalities from therapeutic to relaxing. Each of our therapists can customize your session to your specific needs. Call Pine City Family Chiropractic at 320-629-6717 to schedule your massage today.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall. ECE Fiber is built by your community for your community. Work, play, and stay connected to what matters most. We offer affordable home and business packages with no hidden fees and 24/7 support. ECE Fiber, easy to use, simple to set up. That's a cooperative difference. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's ORDERECEFIBER.com today.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take 2.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12? Or upgrade to Pizza and Salad Buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 9. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
It's now time for your halftime show, brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora has over 44 years of experience getting vehicles back out on the road. Plus, they have those state-of-the-art facilities right there in Mora. Halftime, the Dragons trail 31-21 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics. 3 locations, Pine City, Litchfield, and Cambridge. Plus, they'll leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Taking a look at the first half stats, leading the way for the Dutchman was Klassen with 12. 8 for Bragelman, 5 for Alexis, 4 for Funk, that Aaliyah Funk, and then 2 for Jalen Mayers. They had 11 steals, 1 block, and 14 fouls. For Pine City, leading the way was Mallory Klepper with 9, 5 for Paige Gray, 4 for Unverzat, 2 for Lottie, and 1 for Brooke Boland. Boland led the team with 5 rebounds, but they only had 3 steals, 1 block, and 5 team fouls. So I said it was a first half to forget for Pine City. And I think it's a first half they need to forget. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be mean. Not anything like that. What I'm saying is they did not look like a confident team there in the first half. They got out to a good start. But then all of a sudden, it was Melrose bringing it to Pine City. Melrose was being the more physical team. Melrose was being the more confident team. And it just took a toll on Pine City's mental in that first half. And you could just see a lot of heads were hanging. They weren't getting as quickly to the ball. They weren't hustling as well as we know they can. They weren't going up and getting rebounds knowing it was theirs. They were struggling to take the ball away. They were struggling to be in position defensively. Offensively, no one was getting open. They struggled to inbound the ball. That's something Pine City doesn't do. They don't struggle to inbound the ball, but they were struggling to do that there in the first half. So I think what happened was again, Melrose brought it to Pine City is one of the things, but they also played more confident. But if you're Pine City, forget the first half. Just forget the first half. Come out into this second half and play like you know that you can. Play good basketball. Play fundamental ball. And again, understand that it doesn't happen getting all 10 points back in one. Understand that it's going to come one possession at a time. It is going to be one at a time. It's not going to be all 10 at once. You have to do it one at a time. You have to do it one at a time as they're throwing out basketball stress balls are the cheerleaders, and I caught one-handed, no big deal. But they got to take it one possession at a time. And funny enough, they're actually our sponsor, Pine Insurance Agency, so that's pretty cool. But they got to take it one possession at a time. They got to understand that they will get back into this. But 1, they need to be confident. 2, they need to know. They don't just need to, we might get this one. No, they need to know that any rebound that is up there is theirs. That's how Brooke Boland plays. They need to get back to that. They need to get back to the fact of, hey, this is my rebound. I'm going to get it. It is mine. They need to get back to that here. On both sides of the ball. They need to get out and play with confidence. And I don't even think at this point you need to do something to get confidence back. You just simply need to play with confidence. This may not be the type of game where you're going to get into a rhythm and gain all the confidence in the world. You might have to battle and push to the very end, and then you might get a little bit of momentum, but you're not going to get all that confidence like we're used to them getting. It's going to be a battle from here on out, but what you have to do is play with that confidence nonetheless and understand that this is going to be a battle, but this is your home court. This is your season on the line. This is your senior season for the 4 seniors. You're not going to allow yourselves to lose at home in the playoffs. You're just not going to do it. They are going to win, and they're going to go to Saturday, and they're going to go play at St. Ben's, and then they're going to beat whoever at St. Ben's. More than likely, Legacy Christian Academy. They're going to go ahead and beat them. They're going to beat and they're going to make it to state. I'm saying it right now. I'm putting the vote of confidence in them, and I'm being the confident person for them. It starts with them just playing confident, knowing they will be getting back into this one, knowing they are the better team, knowing that they are just fine. They can't play scared. And I think that's what happened a little bit because, like I said, Melrose kind of came out and punched him in the mouth early on, obviously figuratively. And Pine City didn't really know how to deal with that. That set them back on their heels, and they were kind of on their heels the entire half. We seen then, as we got closer to the end, hey, they got it down to 4 points. It was 25-21. And it was like, okay, here we go. They're starting to settle in again. We're starting to see them get back to what we know. Their offense wasn't going quite yet, but the defense was playing more sound. The offense still needs a little bit of help, but the defense was finally getting back to what we know them to be. But then came Melrose, and then Pine City got out of position again. So Pine City, get out there. Start this confidence with, or start this, start this confidence with confidence. No, start this half with confidence. Know that you're going to get back in it. Understand it's not going to be all in one possession. You got to go one by one, make the stops defensively, go back and play offense. Whether it's, you get a 2, a free throw, a 3, it doesn't matter. Go out there and score when and where you can and be confident about it. That's what I think they need to do. They also need to fight for the rebounds. They're just kind of allowing the rebounds to go to the Dutchmen. They're not playing as physical as we know they can. Go get those. It is theirs. I tell you what, this is going to be a fun second half. Pine City just needs to play with confidence. No matter what the Dutchmen do. If the Dutchmen get out to a 13, 20-point lead, it doesn't matter. You know you're going to come back and get it. Hold your heads high. Get back out there. Play with some spark. Know this is your home court and you ain't going to lose on your home court. A lot of you down there trying to fire everybody up, trying to say, hey, we're fine. Let's go. Let's get back into this thing. Obviously, there was a little bit of frustration in that first half, too. Some calls didn't go their way that, we'll leave at that. But Pine City's got this, man. They'll be just fine. Second half of action coming up. Thanks to Hones Auto Body and Glass for sponsoring our halftime show. Obviously, Pine Insurance Agency sponsors our Player of the Week that we do. Each and every week, we announce that on Wednesday, and we announced that, they announced it yesterday. I was off yesterday, so they announced it for me, but we announced our 2 Athletes of the Week. Congrats to them. And thanks to Pine Insurance Agency, right in Pine City. Well, that's not the way you want to start a half. Spunk was left alone, and she just says, all right, takes the 3. Yep, that's exactly what they did in the first half that you just can't do here in the second half. Meanwhile, they'll move this ball up the court quickly. Give underneath to Klepper. She can't get that one to fall. And then they're going to say it was out of bounds. Last touch by Pine City. So, again, they just can't get out of position, which they did there on that 3 from Aaliyah Funk. They just got to make sure they're not getting out of position. And they need to be aggressive driving to the basket. They need to start drawing some fouls here on Melrose and tell them, hey, you are not – 3 is no good. There we go. Lati will get the rebound. But they got to take it to Melrose and say, hey, you're not going to get these shots on us. And you're also going to draw some fouls if you continue to play the defense that you are. Meanwhile, this nearly stolen away again by Melrose. So Pine City will hold on to it. And here come the Dragons. They'll inbound it to Klepper, now to Unverzat, to Gray. Gray's going to take the shot from 3. It's going to be no good, and nobody there but white jerseys. Clausen will get the rebound there for the Dutchman. Down by 13. Trying to get around Gray. Watch out for the screen, though. Now they'll give it to Alexis. They're going to leave Aaliyah Funk open at the 3-point line. They'll get back to Alexis. And she gets the advantage there on Klepper. This is going to be knocked out by Pine City. Ganote will check into the game for Unverzat. Inbound on the far side. Quick 3. That's going to be no good. And Lottie pulls in that rebound. Great box out there by Lottie. Quickly up the court they go to Gray. Now back to Klepper. Klepper. Good. Ooh. The look that Klepper had when she shot that was locked and ready for it in. We might start having to feed Klepper because she looked. I mean, when I say locked in, I don't think you understand. She was locked in. The defender had a hand right in her face, and she just said, okay, still going to make it. Meanwhile, they do leave Aaliyah Funk wide open underneath. It is going to be no good. Rebound's still going to get to Clausen. They try to throw it off the defender, and Lottie says, thank you. I'll take that. Now Bolin will bring it up the court. She gives to Lottie, now to Gray, back to Lottie. Lottie, I'm going to say it was a clean block. Lottie's showing good sportsmanship. She looks to Leah Funk and goes, good block. And now we're going to get a foul on Lottie. And kind of touchy on the fouls for Pine City. Inbound will go to Alexis for the Dutchman as they have it in their offensive zone. Here's Bregelman. And, oh my goodness, where's the, oh my gosh. Bolin got clotheslined and they didn't even call it. That's going to be no good. Bolin will get the rebound. Yeah, Bolin got completely clotheslined by the screen setter. And they didn't call it. Come on. This shot going to be no good into the hands of Aaliyah Funk. Oh my goodness. Leah Funk will give now to Aubrey Funk for a long two. That's going to be no good. And, oh, she definitely stepped out of bounds. Thank you very much. Yes, yes, yes. She stepped out. Now the Dragons will get it back. Judd and Johnson check in for Ganote and Gray. Meanwhile, inbound goes to Bolin. Bolin will duck under, give to Klepper. Here comes Klepper. She'll give over to Judd. Judd will take it back to top of the key, give to Bolin. Bolin now to Johnson. Johnson back to Bolin. Over to Judd. Judd, hands off to Bolin. Bolin looking. And now to Lottie. Lottie will look, give back to Bolin on the far side. 9 to shoot. Bolin will give to Klepper. And I think that one was blocked by Aubrey Funk. It's her second. Oh, and then they left her wide open. But that's going to be a block by Klepper. But she still drops it in. Man. Nearly stolen back here, but Pine City does bring it in. Klepper bringing it up the court. Now Maggie Judd for three. Well, you get her any type of space to shoot, she's going to get it to fall. Just a matter of getting her open. And, man, if they can get her open, good luck. They'll give it inside to Alexis. She'll try the turnaround travel. Ball will go back to Pine City. (36-27) is the score in the second half. 13:24 to go. Rhea Johnson will get the inbound from Klepper, and now there's about 3 defenders around her. She gets it to Klepper, and somehow that got around the defender. Judd again. That's going to be a little bit long. Johnson. Gonna get a foul here on Boland. So the Dutchman will get it back. On the far side, here's Clausen. Trying to get a screen. Johnson notices, top of the key, Alexis will shoot 3. It's gonna be no good, and she'll get her own rebound. Ball is up for grabs. She got it back somehow. Going to be short on it. Klepper is able to get it. Yes, no, yes. Well, it's going to be Judd who pulls it in on the rebound, but thanks to Klepper. Getting in a bench warning on Melrose. Yeah, they were talking a little too much after what they thought was a foul, but yeah, Pine City has a right to the rebound, so they were going straight up for it. They weren't pushing, so Melrose will get the bench warning. It's not going to be anything more than a bench warning, but next time it will be a, Judd got fouled, but she still delivers through the foul. I mean, the hand went right across her wrist, and she still drops it in. Nice job there, Judd. Like I said, you get her open, she's going to get it to fall. Meanwhile, Leah Funk is left open at the top of the key. She finds the lane to drive. Give back here to Aubrey Funk. That's going to be short. Leah Funk gets the rebound, misses on her shot, and it's rebounded by Kate Unverzad. Now here's Bolin. Give to Judd. Now to Johnson for 3. That's good. That's good. And here we go. They are on a roll now, and Johnson has got to be pleased with that one. 36-33, and the Dragons are finally on a little bit of a roll. It has been a 12-3 or 12-5, if I can do math, run to begin this half, and that is exactly what they need. Now, out of this timeout, they need to make sure that they continue to do what they've been doing and not let that momentum slip. It's a timeout called there by Melrose. Still plenty of time here in this one for either side, but Pine City has finally got something going. And let's keep it going. Got the Pine City student section getting into it, getting the Dragons chant going. Pine City getting back out there. They will be on defense out of the timeout, but again, they're now within 3, 36-33. They trail with 12 minutes to go in the game. And again, like I said, it's going to be a battle. They're not going to be able just to get into a rhythm and everything's going to fall their way. They're going to have to battle, but if they can continue to battle, I would take them. Meanwhile, here's a shot, no good. Klepper will get the rebound. Here's Boland with it. Boland will give to Johnson. Now to Judd. Judd will be patient with it, and she'll look. She'll give on this near side to Johnson. Trying to go inside to Unverzat. There's just nothing there right now, and Boland tries to direct traffic, but also nothing there for her. Now Johnson will try and drive. She had it poked out from behind. It will stay with the Dragons as it goes out of bounds. .24 to go here in the game, and Boland will inbound. She'll find Johnson on this near side. Here's the 3. That's good, and we're tied! Rhea Johnson ties us at 36 points, and you can tell now Johnson's feeling it. Now the team's starting to get uplifted. But again, you got to play solid defense now. Don't relax. Do not relax. This ball up for grabs. Unverzat, oh my gosh, she got tackled. That's got to be a foul. Oh my God, what? What? She had the ball completely. What are we talking about here? Oh my goodness, it was a clean steal by Unverzat, and they called it a jump ball. And then they tackled Unverzat. Oh my goodness. And I think that's exactly what Judd's saying. Probably not the tackle part, but he's just saying, man, you know that wasn't a jump ball. To one of the refs, and he's going, hey, well, that's what he called, so we got to stick with it. We're a team, too. Enjoy that, though. Referees sticking together. You got to like that. Meanwhile, here's Unverzat, who gets the pass from Judd now to Johnson. Johnson will look. She'll give back to Unverzat. Unverzat will look, give to Boland. She gets a screen. Boland trying to drive. She'll give here to Johnson. Johnson will look. Guarded by the defender. She'll give to Klepper. Klepper will try and drive. Give out to Boland. 8 to shoot. Going inside to Klepper. Klepper, and comes up short. I think we're going to get Boland for a foul here. She tried to get that ball back, but yeah, that was a little too much that time. Well, here's Lottie. She'll come in for Johnson, and Gray will come in for Judd. Still tied at 36, so still anybody's game, but again, Pine City. And, well, I guess before we get the call, we're going to time out by Melrose. Well, while we have a moment, I just want to say, I know it sounds like I'm picking on the refs. I'm not picking on the refs at all. I'm allowed to my opinion, even if it's wrong. I'm allowed to my wrong opinion. But no, I'm not picking on the refs. I do understand that they're here. They're human. They make human errors, and that we don't play this game if they're not here. So I'm aware of that. I'm not picking on them as a person. I'm not picking on them as saying they're the worst. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's just what I believe should be the call. More times than not, it's wrong. Okay? Let's make that clear. More times than not, I'm wrong on the call, and what they call is the good call. But I'm still allowed to my wrong opinion, like I said. But for Pine City, It's been a battle. It has been a battle, and it will continue to be a battle. As I mentioned throughout the game, like I said, at half, I don't think they're going to be able to fall into a rhythm and then just kind of go and have it kind of like it has been all season, because a lot of times when they get into a rhythm, it's kind of just like, oh, okay, here we go, Pine City's got it, and they're just going to kind of take over. That's not the case, and certainly not the case here tonight against a very good Melrose team. They're going to continue to have to battle. But, again, I will take this team battling over most others. I think a little bit of full court press here, but they do break it. Aaliyah Funk will now drive up the court. She'll give on this, nope. She tried to give on this near side, but it was knocked out of bounds by Boland. They'll try an inbound now in their offensive zone, right underneath, and she's wide open. Well, you just can't have it happen like that. Again, okay, well, they are back on offense, 38-36. Boland will look. She gives to Unverzant. Unverzant will try and drive. She lost it. And Unverzant looking at coach and saying, how was I not fouled? She thought the defender fouled her, and I don't know the rules quite enough to know whether that should have been or not, but I also don't want to put words in Kate Unverzant's mouth either. So she could have been saying, hey, she went off of her foot too. But meanwhile, Melrose has it back. They lead by 2. Get this ball inside. Travel. Oh, it was knocked out of bounds by Klepper. Yeah, Alexis definitely got away with a travel there. But it's knocked out by Klepper, so Klepper will get her second block. Now they'll try an inbound. And they just do get it inbounded in time to Mayer. Mayer tries to go outside now to Bragelman. Now here to Aaliyah Funk. Long 2 is no good, and jump ball, and that possession arrow will point the way of the Dutchman. Judd will check in, comes in for Boland, and Unverzant will also check in. She'll come in for Ganot. And here's the drive by Mayer. Shot is up, no good, and Unverzant will get the rebound. Give now to Judd, trying to go inside to Klepper, and they'll give back outside to Gray, and Klepper draws the foul. See, they just got to continue to do that. They got to try and continue to be the aggressor, because when they are, I don't think Melrose can keep up. I think if Pine City continues to be the aggressor, I don't think Melrose can keep. I don't think Melrose can stay with them. Because when Pine City is able to be the more physical team and be the aggressor, they are a really good team. Meanwhile, this is missed by Unverzant, and oh my goodness, where's the, oh my goodness, man, Klepper got the rebound, and she went through about 3 sets of hands, and they called it a clean block. Well, they'll call it a clean block. Top of the key, the inbound will go to Unverzant, back under to Unverzant. It's going to go, dangerous play there by Gray, but she keeps alive. She keeps no question about it. Here's the lob in from Klepper, and she drops it in for 2. We're tied at 38 once again. Now, if Pine City can take the lead and can get out to a 3 to 4 to 5 point lead, that could be enough to start a little bit of a momentum shift. Meanwhile, here's the shot from Aaliyah Funk, and somehow she gets her own rebound and goes back door. I mean, talk about lucky shot, man. What a shot. I say lucky again because I'm a Pine City kid. I'm Pine City in at heart, but just a good shot. Unverzant will look, and she gives to Judd, now over to Klepper. Klepper will take the 3. Woo-wee! That's good. Mallory Klepper, now here we go. They've got the lead. They've got it by 1, but what can they do with it? Can they expand on it? The ball up for grabs, and Vivian Lottie with the steal. She'll give to Klepper. She says, let's go. Give on this near side, Judd. Back over Lottie. Lottie for 3. A little too strong. And that one taken in by Judd with the rebound. Get back to Judd from Lottie. And Coach Judd says, hey, let's slow it down just a tad. Breathe. Give to Lottie now. Ooh, Lottie nearly had it stolen away. Kick out to Unverzant, now to Gray. Good! Paige Gray for 3. And here we go. Dragons starting to look like themselves a little bit. But now they got to get back defensively. Got to continue to play well on defense. Don't allow anybody to get open. They got someone open on this near side. Oh! Gray's going to get called for the foul. And Judd telling her, hey, yep, that's okay. You just got to do it this way instead. Meanwhile, a couple substitutions. It's Johnson and Boland for the Dragons. In for Lottie and Gray. Again, just got to continue to play sound defense. The inbound here to Bragelman. Now Klopp hockey. Now over to Bragelman. She'll take a three. It's going to be no good, and that's going to go, well, I guess it stayed alive, but it'll be stolen away by Unverzat. Now to Unverzat here on this near side. Give to Johnson for three. That's just long. And Judd pulls in the rebound. And we're going to get a foul here on Melrose. Judd, she's starting to feel it too. There we go. Let's keep going, Pine City. Keep it going. Second team foul. I was looking at Pine City side. Only second team foul here on Melrose. And Boland will set to inbound. She'll go to Klepper. She fakes the give to Boland. Now trying to drive. That ball was tipped as it went to Unverzat, but she drops in for two. Past the and one! Yeah, the Dutchmen are getting a little bit irritated because they know that, hey, the post players for Pine City can beat them, and they are, and they're just getting a little frustrated, and that push was evidence of that. And Unverzat looking for the three-point play here. That's good. It's a three-point play for Kate Unverzat. 47-40. Get a substitution here. Judd. Judd comes out. In goes Gray. And now the Dutchman will bring it forward offensively. 6.5 minutes to go. Still plenty of time for either side. Pine City got to, again, continue to play sound defense. Aaliyah Funk will drive. Try and kick back outside here to Mayer. She lost it. It was poked out of bounds. I think that was Boland. Like I said, I've said this many times, and people are probably sick of me saying it, but if Boland's around the ball, she's going to get a hand on it. Meanwhile, here's Lottie in for Johnson. If Boland is by the ball, she's either going to get it herself or get a hand on it. It's going to be one of the two. Meanwhile, here's a drive by Klopp Hockey, trying to get through some traffic. She drops that one in for two. That's okay. That's okay. Don't let that become a snowball. Well, here's Gray to Boland. Now give to Lottie. Underneath to Gray. Gray gets by. She drops it in for two. 49-42. Give in to Alexis. She takes it and drops it in for two. That time, Unverzat just got a little bit out of position. She was one step to the side. That's okay. Boland will now give on this near side to Lottie. Back to Unverzat, and Unverzat will look. She'll hand it off to Lottie. Back to Unverzat. Wanting to go inside to Boland. There's nothing there. Now to Gray. Gray will give to Unverzat. To Lottie now. Lottie will give to Klepper. Klepper will try and drive. Give out to Boland. Boland. She'll try and look. Underneath to Unverzat. Oh, she missed it, but she's fouled. She'll shoot two. Thank you. Get a foul here on the Dutchman. They call Aubrey Funk her first, team's fourth. I must have missed the third. So Unverzat will now shoot two. That one's going to be no good, too strong. Like I said, it's still anybody's game. And we'll get a timeout here by Pine City. It'll be a full timeout, so while they take one, we will as well. We'll be back on WCMP.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
We're out here on the range today to remind you that high school trap season is almost upon us. And if you or your favorite shooter needs to get geared up, the place to go is Almost Yours Gun and Pawn. They've got the largest selection of new and used firearms, plenty of ammo for practice and competition. They've got archery gear, conceal and carry classes, and loading supplies. So if you're getting ready to head out on the range, make your first stop to Almost Yours Gun and Pawn. Whew, nice one.
That Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard shows the Dragons leading 49-45 on... Well, I already said on the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. But Unrazat, she's back at the line. She missed her first, but she'll get a chance to hit the second one. This one's good. She really doesn't miss too many of those, and if she does, she'll correct it and make the next. Here comes Melrose back into their offensive zone. They're going to be patient with it. They know there's plenty of time. Here's a 3. That's good. Wow. And Clausen, well, that's less than ideal, but she was guarded. Meanwhile, here's a 3 from Gray. Klepper comes in for the rebound. Yeah, there's a foul. And Klepper will shoot 2. Klepper, sliced in out of seemingly thin air to get that rebound. First one is up and good. Klepper makes the first. We got 4:55 to go. Oh, that one's going to be no good. Lottie gets the rebound and can't get it to fall. Dang. So 1 and 2 there for Mallory Klepper. Meanwhile, here's Aaliyah Funk with it. Gives now to Aubrey, left alone from 3. And, well, that touched the top of the backboard, which is usually out of bounds, I thought, unless... I could be wrong, but I thought it was. Give now here to Mayers. This ball going to be tied up. Oh, that was a jump ball before. Well, they're going to let it go, I guess. Klepper got the block and the steal. She'll give to Boland. Quickly up to Lottie. Underneath to Unrazat. Unrazat draws the foul. Couldn't get it to fall, so she's a little bit frustrated on that part of it, but she does draw the foul, and she'll shoot 2 nonetheless. Let's go against Aaliyah Funk. Like I said, if Pine City continues to draw this ball inside and continues to be the aggressor offensively, they will start to draw these fouls, and they have. And that is what they've done. They need to continue that. Unrazat's first. Oh, no good. He kind of, ball for Fitz went, man. That's okay. That's okay. To be fair, though, it got awkwardly quiet in here as she shot it. So I'm guessing that has a little bit to do with it, but there you go. She makes the second. Like I said, she will quickly correct the mistake, and she did there. 52-47. Again, Pine City just got to play sound defense with now under 4 minutes to go. If there's the biggest thing I think right now for Pine City, don't allow anybody open from 3. I think that's the biggest thing right now. Clausen trying to get by Boland, give back out here to Mayers. She gives now to Aubrey Funk. And this ball nearly up for... I think they're going to get Lottie. Yeah, her 4th? Oh, man. Man, you don't want that. Lottie, look at her coach saying, all right, hey, I'll keep my hands off. 3:40 to go. They are going to keep her in there. And Lottie, unfortunately, yeah, she can't play defense the way she wants to, which is unfortunate, but she can still be a factor. Meanwhile, and Lottie almost a dangerous play there. This ball is up for grabs, knocked away. Boland with the rebound. Boland will bring it forward, give now to Gray. Gray will, almost stolen right back by Pine City. It was stolen away for a moment by Caitlin Clausen. And it went out of bounds off of, they're going to say, the Dutchman. Now we're going to have a conversation. They'll put 20 seconds on the shot clock, so they won't reset it to 35. It'll be to 20. Lottie will look, and she'll inbound here to Unverzat, and she turns around, gets it from the defender. And Bolin with it. Bolin will drift to this near side, looking for Klepper. She'll hand it off to her. Go back to Bolin. Bolin for three. That's no good, but she gets her own rebound, puts it back for two, plus the and one. That's going to be the 7th team foul now on Melrose. And Bolin trying to make it a three-point play. And gets the friendly roll. Three-point play there for Bolin, 55-47. Still got to come back and play solid defense now. Under 3 minutes to go. Come on, Pine City, finish it off. Under 3 minutes, got to play solid defense. No more fouls. Ooh, Lottie. I don't think she can help herself playing that aggressive defense. She knows she can't afford any more fouls, but she can't help herself. Meanwhile, this is no good. Rebounded by Klepper. And here comes Bolin. She zooms up the court. Pass to Unverzat. Nice job bringing it in. And Judd says, slow down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Klepper will try and get around the defender. She'll back out to Unverzat. Unverzat on this near side for Gray. They'll try and go inside to Lottie. A little bit of an ill-advised pass there. Funk had the position. Now that's one where you'd like to see, hey, don't pass that one. Trying to force it inside. Here's the three. That's good, and Bragelman hits one. Yeah, see, that's why you got to be careful. But it's 55-50, and Pine City still with the lead. Now creeping up, and now under 2 minutes to go. Give here to Bolin. Bolin being bothered. Gets round one. Had it poked out. Give back to Lottie. Now to Gray. Now to Bolin. Bolin. Top key, they'll reset. Screen from Unverzat. Bolin will try and drive. No good on the shot, but Unverzat is there. Somehow rebounded by the Dutchman. Now that's one where you need to get the rebound. And then a double dribble by the Dutchman. So a big break here for Pine City. Got coaches and teachers galore here for this game. See the former Pine City coach, Coach Wichter here. Meanwhile, this ball was knocked away from Gray, and it went out of bounds, and Lottie tried to get it, but she was still out of bounds. So timeout called here by Melrose, and while they take one, we will as well.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Well, if you're Pine City, you got to get back and play solid defense once again. Don't allow any open shots from beyond the perimeter. Melrose likes to take those. So if you're Pine City, come out, play well on the perimeter, and then make sure you're getting rebounds. They're doing a good job, but they got to continue. They also, I think, need to play a little bit more aggressive on the offensive glass. I think they are at a spot where they can get them. Not only would it waste more time off the clock, but it would allow them to get another chance to try and extend the lead. So I think I would like to see them be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive boards, but they just might not be able to afford that right now because of the Dutchman offensively. Meanwhile, here's a give to Bragelman. Now to, is that Aaliyah Funk? This ball stolen away by Unverzat. Nice job, she read that one really well. And Bolin gets through one, give up to Unverzat, and Unverzat gonna try and slow it down, and Gray out of bounds. And Unverzat looks to Judd, and Judd just says, slow down, we got to settle down. We can waste time now. It's 1:07 to go. And Unverzagt getting coached up from her entire team. They're telling her, hey, it's okay. Just continue to play. Play hard. Meanwhile, they need to get to Leah Funk. She's left alone on this near side. Solid defense so far. And this ball lost, but Funk pulls it back down. Now they'll try and go inside to Alexis. Somehow the Dutchman. Dutchman is just, Aubrey Funk from 3. That's going to be no good. Rebounded by Aaliyah. Yeah. Not a good foul there by Pine City. It's going to go against Unverzagt. Don't like to see that at this point, but that's okay. So 42 seconds to go. Pine City. Alexis is going to take a 3. That's going to be no good. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Oh, we'll stay with the Dutchman. Oh. And looks like Pine City's going to call a timeout. So they'll take one, and we will as well.
Eat better, buy more, spend less is more than a slogan at Chris's Food Center. From fresh produce to top quality meats and prime rib dinner served every Friday night. Visit Chris's Food Center in Sandstone or check out their weekly deals at chrissfoodcenter.com.
The anytime for anyone that's got a little of everything for that special someone. Northern Bloom and Gifts in Sandstone. Northern Bloom carries handmade, one-of-a-kind gifts. And whether you want to pick up a bouquet of flowers on the way home or have them delivered to the ones you love, think Northern Bloom and Gifts in Sandstone.
Back here on WCMP. And again, I want to reiterate this, that, I get into the game. I'm passionate. So sometimes when I talk about the refs, I sound a little aggressive and like I'm trying and I'm being mean and rude. I'm not. I'm just pretty passionate, and again, even if I'm wrong, I will still argue my wrong case. So I don't want anybody to think I'm picking on the refs. I'm not doing that at all. I'm just passionate, and I get into the games a little bit too much sometimes. So I just want to give anybody who's thinking, oh, he's so rude to the ref. I'm not. I understand they're human. I know there's human error. I'm not picking on them at all. I know that they're good people. And they're not favoring one team or the other. I understand that. It's just sometimes there's mistakes. Meanwhile, here's a 3 from Bragelman. Now this changes things. 55-53. Pine City has to score. There's very little time left. Bolin gets fouled. They need to make these. Against Dutchman, they're 8th, and Bolin will shoot. It's only a 1-and-1 now. So it's only a 1-and-1, and it could come down to free throws for Pine City. And she gets the first. That makes it a 3-point game. That's why it is so big right there. This would also be huge. That one's good. Ooh, Bolin, some clutch free throws. 57-53. That ball. Almost stolen away. It's going to be a foul, though, on Gray. I don't like that there. Now you send the Dutchman to the line for a 1-and-1. But that might also be the better thing because now you just don't allow him an easy free layup. Instead, you force him to shoot 2. But I would have liked to see more time come off the clock. That's why I say I don't like it. I would like to see this clock still be running at this point, but got to be somewhat okay with it because there's no guarantee on the 1-and-1s. But this is Clausen, who's been really dang solid tonight. So that one's going to be no good. The rebound at Bolin. Bolin gets the rebound. She'll be fouled. Here we go. 15 seconds left, and Bolin back to the free throw line. Come on. Let's finish it off. Timeout called by the Dutchman. We will as well. Back here, I think, in a minute.
Arrow Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Arrow Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Arrow Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Arrow Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
How do you want to be celebrated? A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone. Or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
Here we go. We are ready. It is going to be a 1-1 for Boland again. 15 seconds to go. Still a 4-point game. But if Boland can hit both of these, that will go a long way. Judd is into the game. First one's good. Boland just standing so fearless at the line right now. That one's good. Boland. Oh, coming up clutch when she needs to. 6-point difference, 15 seconds to go. Gray not going to get up there. And here's a long three from Claassen that's going to come up short. Rebounded by Unverzat. And she's fouled. She'll go and now shoot two. That is the 10th team foul here for the Dutchman. And I think a young lady fouled out. I didn't even know she had. Oh man, you never want to see that. I don't care what the game is. I don't ever want to see a young lady have to sit out because of fouls. That sucks. So now Unverzat will shoot two. 8 seconds left. First one's good. And Unverzat makes the first. Sure, stay tuned for our post-game show brought to you by Pizza Pub Pine City. We'll definitely talk to a player and a coach. Meanwhile, Unverzat hits one of two there. And now the Dutchman probably only got one or two plays. They'll move this one back around. Smith for three. That's good. But that's going to do it, and the Dragons get the victory here over the Dutchman, 60-56. I said it was going to be a battle to the end, but what a comeback for the Dragons. And they beat the Dutchman and are headed to round 2 of the playoffs. Oh, man, what a game. They had to battle. They had to fight. It wasn't pretty, and at times it looked dire, but man, oh, man, they come back in the biggest way possible and get the win over the Dutchman. They're moving on to round 2 on Saturday. Well, be sure to stay tuned. After word from our fine sponsors, we'll have your Pizza Pub of Pine City postgame. Plus, we'll talk with a player and Coach Judd in the postgame show.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
If you're gonna stop and fuel up, you might as well stop at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store. And if you need a little something for that party, right now save on Rice Krispie Sheet Treat, just $14.99. Sweet Chaos Drizzled Popcorn are just $2 for $8. Snack Time Frosted Pretzels only $5.99 each. Ghirardelli Milk Chocolate Snowmen are just $7.99. And Shirley Temple 7-Up 12-packs, 2 for $12. Fill up, load up, and save at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store today.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Lightforce braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Back here on WCMP, the Dragons get the win over Melrose, 60-56. I said it at the half. If they are going to come back in this one, it is going to be a battle through and through. We're kind of used to seeing them where they get into a rhythm and then they start to just kind of pull away. It wasn't going to be that type of game tonight. They were down by 10 at half, 31-23. They come out here in the second half and score 39 points and hold the Dutchmen to 25 in this second half. What a difference a half makes. And again, 10-point deficit at half, and it didn't look good. It looked, honestly, it looked like there was, I can't say no hope because that's not true, but it just didn't look pretty for Pine City. I think their confidence was low. They were a little bit upset. Some things didn't get called their way. All those types of things. But man, oh man, the heart. I talked to you about it at the pregame. All four of these seniors bring something different, whether it's resiliency, the heart, the whatever it is. And they each showed it here in this game. And my goodness, what a contest this was. And it looks like we will be joined by all four of the seniors here in our post game. So we will be joined by the four seniors here in the post game.
Hi.
And there's Bolin, got Klepper, Lottie, and Gray. First of all, take a breath. You guys won. But congrats, first of all, on the victory.
Thank you.
How does it feel to get this win at home? It was a tough battle, but just get the win.
It was great. I couldn't have asked for a better last game with these girls. It's been home game. Last home game. Sorry, meant to clarify. Yeah, I really couldn't have asked for a better last home game with these girls. I'm so proud of all the work we've done this season, and we're ready to get them on Saturday.
Absolutely, and it wasn't going your way in the first half. What was the message there from Judd at the half that got you guys back into this one?
It was really play our game. We were not playing how we normally did, and he quoted by Judd, that was the worst half we've ever played. We just had to take a deep breath and understand that it's all in our hands, and we need to go out there and give it our all because this is do or die. So. Oh, you guys did, and obviously you came away with the win, but it was a pretty physical game, but that's not something you guys shy away from. You guys started to take over there with that physicality. Just talk about that a little bit there in that second half.
Personally, I love when it gets physical because I usually win those battles.
Plenty of times tonight.
Yeah, and I think our team usually does win the battles because none of us are really afraid to get on the floor. I mean, Vivian's had several concussions, and she's the first to dive on the floor and put her body on the line. So I think that, when it gets too physical and everything, we're not afraid, and I really love that about our team. So, I mean, I love when teams try to out-beat us physically because it's just not going to work.
And the defense came up big here in this second half as well. You guys made plenty of stops, got plenty of rebounds. Talk about what it was like to see that defense turn the tide in favor for your offense to start to get going.
Oh, our defense, that's the first thing Judd was saying, how we need to get better defense at halftime. And, we just go out there, work our hardest, and then once our defense gets going, our offense just starts going as well.
Absolutely. Now you guys get a little bit of a break here before Saturday. So what are the things you plan to do? Well, tomorrow, you only got one day, and then for Saturday to try and rest, recoup, but also get ready for Saturday's matchup?
It's really to go to practice and watch some film on the team that we'll be playing, which we don't know yet, and just get our minds straight, take a deep breath, and just rest our bodies because we know it will be a physical game. Well,
how was it to be back out there with each other for at least one more home game? Not the final game of the season, but one more home game together.
It was amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better family, and I'm so happy I was able to end my season. That's not going to end for the next couple weeks with these girls. Good. Me as well?
Yeah, if you want to.
What was the question?
How was it to play on the home court?
It was super fun to play on the home court for the last time. A lot of us didn't want to lose on our home court, so I think that was some incentive as well. You got to move on. You don't want to lose on this court. But I think Kate Umberzat's going to be really happy that we won this court with her friends because I think Kate's really going to be hurting after this.
Well, it was a good game. Is there anything else that you guys like to add before we let you go?
Come out and support us on Saturday at St. Ben's.
Thank you, Jesus.
Absolutely.
Say bye. Bye-bye.
Well,
bye.
Thank you so much for joining us. That, again, was all four seniors here in the post game. We'll get Judd in just a moment, but man, what a game it was here for this team. Again, the first half, not a half to remember. They come out, and man, what a difference in the second half. And I kind of said it, too. They just needed to play their basketball. It wasn't really the team we're used to seeing. Then all of a sudden they came out in the second half, and that was the team that we're used to seeing. As we will get Coach Judd here in the postgame. And, well, first of all, Coach, congrats on the win.
Thank you. Wasn't pretty, it wasn't easy, but we got her done.
And sometimes you got to win those type of games, especially here in the playoffs. But talk about the resiliency of this team. Not a first half to remember. Came out in the second half, completely different story.
Yeah, that's been the MO of this team all year, is that we do a good job in one half or the other, basically. But we're, like you said, I mean, they could have easily folded and said, well, this team wants it more than us. And, you know, those kids really stepped up tonight and hit some big shots to get us back into it. You know, the seniors did a great job, and I'm happy they got a win. But I got to tell you, the moxie of our 7th grader and our 9th grader to knock down, 10th grader, Rhea Johnson and Maggie Judd to knock down some threes for us to get us rolling. That was just incredibly huge for us.
No doubt. And again, in that first half, it just seemed like Melrose had kind of taken the wind from your sails. What was the message there at halftime to get these young ladies to understand we still got a whole half to play?
Yeah, I mean, I basically told them that was one of the worst half we played in over a month, and we're still only down 10 to a team that just wanted it more than we did at that point. And they had a good game plan. They had us well scouted and did a great job of that. But a lot of what they did was just us making errors, mistakes, not seeing the floor, you know, just getting out of our own habits. And so that was the big message halftime, is get back to what we do well.
And it seemed like, too, that just playing your basketball, you mentioned just play our type of ball. And then when the things started to go your way, it seemed like, too, in the first half, the team was just kind of pressing, trying to get all of it back in one. Then you could kind of see in the second half, they kind of started to settle and realize, hey, it's one possession at a time. So just talk about the difference that, again, you mentioned the 7th grader in Judd, the 10th grader in Johnson, and just the young ladies on this team able to step up in their own way.
Like we've talked about all year, like when a couple players are not having their good night, somebody else steps up. And it's just been over and over, and it was no doubt in my mind that they were going to knock it down. I mean, looking in practices, those two were knocking down shots for all week. I mean, you could just tell they were in a groove, and hopefully they stay that way. I know, like, for example, Paige didn't have her best night, but she did knock down a three, a big three that got us, kind of up for good.
Yeah. Yeah, and too late here in this game, some key free throws there by Boland. Team was kind of up to that point 50-50, but Boland came to the line twice and hit all 4.
Yeah.
How big was that for this team?
Yeah, we worked actually after practice yesterday. Her and I just had some one-on-one TLC time on the free throw line and just getting her head on about, just keep it simple and remember to use your legs and all those little details that coaches will tell you. But I'll tell you, that senior stepped up big in those free throw moments, and we don't care how they drop in, they go in. So
Absolutely. And there were a few calls that didn't go your way here tonight, but the team just kept coming back. There was no deterring them here in the second half. And again, we talk about the growth of this team all year long, but it kind of came to a front here tonight, especially in the second half. Just one more time, talk about what it has been like to see this team throughout the season.
I'm going to get emotional. It's just really special to watch girls that, from where they were beginning of the year, where it felt like we were 5 individuals trying to figure out how to move a ball around, put it in the hoop, to it's just a well-oiled machine. When things are going the way it was in the second half, it's just pretty basketball. And, it's been a really special year with these girls. I'm truly blessed to be their coach and getting the opportunity and to not only move on to the next round, but also just to work with them one more game.
And you said it, you get one more game. What is the plan tomorrow? Obviously, kind of a little bit of both, try and recover, but also get ready for Saturday. You don't know who it is yet, but what is kind of the game plan for tomorrow and then going into Saturday?
Same thing we did on Monday. Get a film session in, make sure we know what we got coming, and then we only get one day of practice, but we'll take a look at what we need to do to be successful against them and make sure they get a couple shots up. Keep their legs under them because they're going to need it for Saturday. It's going to be fun. St. Benedict's, college floor. I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a great game, Coach. Thank you so much for joining us. Congrats on the win, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Go Dragons.
That, again, was Coach Judd joining us here in the post game. Appreciate him for joining us as well. Man, what a game. What a game. And, again, I mentioned with Judd, him and I had kind of talked all year in the post game about this team and the growth that they had continued to have, the resiliency, the heart this team has. And you could hear him. He said he got a little bit emotional just talking about the growth that this team had, how well they stick together, the heart, the way they became one team and not 5 individuals on the floor. It's so great to hear about these types of growths and these coaches who just love to be around their teams and truly, truly celebrate it. And, man, what a game. So the Dragons are moving on to round 2. They'll play at St. Benedict's on Saturday. The team that they will play, I don't know if we know yet. Let's go ahead and see. No, we don't know yet who they will play. Malacca did win over Maple Lake 71-36. Looks like Royalton beat St. Cloud Cathedral. Legacy and Holdingford haven't finished up yet. Albany sadly beat Mora 71-42. Foley easily beat Spectrum 80-42. So Foley, Albany will go at it once again. Malacca will play Royalton. Pine City has yet to know who they will play. It'll be either Holdingford or Legacy Christian Academy. Either way, we're going to be out there, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we will. We'll be out there for 3 games. Malacca, Pine City, and Foley. So stay tuned for those games. How can you stay tuned otherwise to local sports? I know you're asking yourself that. Well, go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel. That way, anytime we go live, you will get notified about the live video or audio due to playoffs. And all you have to do is click notification. Then you can also stay tuned to the morning show on 100.9 FM with Josh Miron at 7:30 and 8:30. And we'll talk local sports. We'll talk games from the night before, games coming up, and some regional and national as well. Another way you can stay tuned is our website at WCMPradio.com. Go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. That will show you all the links that we have for the games coming up that week. Also on there, we'll have players and coaches interviews as well as articles from games that we've been at. Another way you can stay tuned is our social medias, our Facebook and Instagram for WCMP Radio, and then our X or Twitter at Q Media Sports for all things local sports. I want to thank you, our loyal listener. Again, if it's not for you, I don't get to come out here and call these games because, well, that means nobody's tuning in, and I don't need to call the games. But you keep my job secure. Also, a huge shout-out to all of our fine sponsors. Appreciate them so much. They're the reason we get to come out here, and they're also the reason we get to bring you these games for free. So a huge shout-out to all of our fine sponsors who jump on to these games. Can't do it without them. Well, Dragons get the win. They're headed to Saturday to play against either Legacy Christian Academy or Holdingford. Be sure to stay tuned. We will be out there for that game. Well, remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness can truly make someone's day. As a Christian man myself, commanded by God to love everybody. Love thy neighbor, love thine enemy. We all need to do a better job of that. I want to give it one more huge shout-out to the 4 seniors, Vivian Lottie, Brooke Bolin, Mallory Klepper, and Paige Gray for coming up after the game and doing an interview with me. I greatly appreciate that. Also want to give a huge thank you to Coach Judd for coming up all season long after games and giving me his time after games. It's not always easy to come up to the radio guy, but I appreciate him for always coming up. Well, that's going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for tuning in. Tune in on Saturday. We'll be out at St. Ben's. But for now, that's going to do it. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman for WCMP. Have a great rest of your night.
When Minnesota winter hits hard, you want a heating expert who gets central Minnesota. That's Dale's Heating and Appliance, your hometown pros for furnaces, repairs, and smart upgrades that keep your home warm without burning cash. Locally owned, trusted for decades. Fast, honest service from people who live where you live. Stay warm, Minnesota. Dale's Heating and Appliance, the local heating experts who've got you covered. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com to set up your consultation today.
That concludes our broadcast from WCMP Sports, a Q Media Group radio station, and brought to you in part by local advertisers. For high school sports schedules, scores, and interviews, visit WCMPradio.com. Catch more local live action all season long right here on this local radio station. Also available via the WCMP mobile app, available for free download in the App Store, and multiple Q Media Group YouTube streams. Thank you for joining us. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. WCMP's 100.9 FM. 106.5 FM and 1350 AM. Licensed out of Pine City.